everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Happy Christmas Eve for all of you who celebrate it. So,
what have you heard about
last time I started this mission by
Some say that
accident.
when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the days in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect.
Dang it, I want to be all snarky.
Wild tales.
Like Renegade Shep, but not like a douchebag, but not that much of a douchebag. I want to say funny stuff.
Sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
That's not true. I'm just searching for Divine Justinia's killer.
Of course you are. I'm sure your army is out scouring the hills for her murderer as we speak. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Bow chicka bow wow. I don't know why I did that. It's just, look at her breasts, they're all out. That's a cool, I gotta say, that's a cool outfit.
I humbly beg your pardon.
I think she's
You
another
should.
companion. I saw her in a trailer. So.
Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Let him go.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I would have ripped your butt.
I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Well, I wanted companions. I got him, I guess.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Mont-Simard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Oh! No. Sorry. Every time I see that, I'm like, I gotta make it my goal not to accidentally hit that because I can't. Because I don't know, I just...
You say you
No,
led the
I'm
last of
okay.
the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course.
I want to see the other
We
guys.
have not forgotten the
All I've seen are
commandment,
women.
as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
I gotta
So
really
you're in
pay
favor
attention
of
or I'll
returning
hit
the
that
mages to the
by
circle,
accident.
then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker
She
knows
seems like a good one to
magic will
have.
find neither on its own.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinian V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas.
I hope I'm
and
not
looks
pressing
after
the same things over
Had
and
she
over,
lived,
right?
Justinian
usually
could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
Mm-hmm.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the
I
commandment, as
remember
some
this
have,
one.
that magic exists to serve man. I support any
Sorry.
effort.
Sorry
to
if
restore
I've been
such
pressing
order.
the same thing over and over. Sorry, I'm closing the blinds because it's dark outside now. I keep them open during the day and close them at night, right? Mm-hmm.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Welcome aboard!
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Awesome! Already got 2 different people now. I want a man. What are the choices for a woman? Or I guess for a man too. So, I'm curious. I want to see all of the male characters you get. I know one is Kunari, right? It's like a giant or whatever. I remember seeing this. I was watching Angry Joe's review of this game, and he had a little clip of him, of the Kunari guy, being involved with another guy, and then everyone just like, all the characters just like walked in on them, and they're like, oh my god, what the heck is this? Like, oh, well, this is awkward. It was hilarious. Okay. Now I've got some stuff to talk about now. You must have something new. Greetings, that's it?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
Let's see. Oh, loot. Hey, Colin! How's it going?
Did you need something?
Wait, tell me about your Templar life.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Really? Thanks. Why did you become a Templar? How about that?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
And what about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession, at least.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training.
Hey man, I gotta know
Even
everything
without
about
their
him if I'm
Templars are
deciding
among
to
the best
romance him.
warriors in Faith.
That is.
Initiates must also memorize portions of
Shoot.
the Chant of Light,
If I know
study
everything,
history,
then
and improve their
he'll
mental
grow.
focus.
Yeah, then I'll do. Then he'll like me more or something.
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Yes.
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why would you? That's not expected. Templars can.
He always tries
Although there
to.
are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission.
He always
Some
tries
may
to
choose
skip
to
around those questions and stuff. I make them so awkward.
Not required.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
Oh, he's so adorable.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
He is so adorable. He looks so awesome. You know what? Look at that sword and look at the way he's dressed and everything. And then you talk about romance and he's just like,
See reason, listen. We cannot stay here.
okay,
Why not?
I'll take this.
Because we're Templars.
I love that. I love characters that get so flustered over just simple questions like that. I don't think Varric has much else to say to me, but I'll see.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I guess not.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay. So Solus must be the same thing. Can you romance Solus? I'm just curious. I don't know if I'll do it, but...
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did. What of it?
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition.
So am I.
Oh yeah, why
I
don't you join?
could use the left hand of the Divine at my side out there.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also.
So no.
Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
Yeah, okay.
What exactly does the left hand of the Divine do?
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
It sounds like you did some unscrupulous things as the left hand.
Perhaps, but wouldn't you do anything to protect what you love?
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her.
No,
and
no, I was
must
just
be
asking.
romantic. Love is common. Love is simple.
Whoa,
My
seriously,
bond with Justinia
Car.
was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
Well, shoot.
How did you and Justinia meet?
Attitude
I met
adjustment.
her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
Okay, so someone's inside there. So... let me guess. Sera isn't here. I thought so.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars.
I wonder what
should have
happens
more
when you're a
sovereigns than
man.
this.
What does she
Need things
say?
back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
The Templars and the mages? Most people pick a side.
Most people are stupid.
But where do you stand on the war?
In the middle, with everyone, not a Trevelyan, or whatever. You know what I hear about mages? Nothing, until one goes all demony. Know what I hear about Templars? Nothing, until they take maybe mages. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
Mm-hmm.
I'm committed to putting an end to this crisis. Whatever it takes.
It's why I'm here, yeah?
Yay!
This is where it gets
She
done.
proves.
Whatever it is. Can't do a bloody thing with everyone pissing themselves. Stupid everyone. Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
Oh, no. Oh, so that means I can get rid of her. Okay, let's not.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Well, I don't know anything about Vivienne. My advisors, maybe?
What do you think about our spymaster, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
He does have nice hair.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
That's kind of true.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What happened to the other options? Jeez.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
No, wait.
Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. A big, armored, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
Where are you from?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local tavern.
Oh, hardy ha. Oh, funny you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot and whine more. Like that Solus, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you.
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Hence? Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
If you say so. Okay.
Right now, we just need to be
try
careful
looking
not
over
to do
here.
anything rash. The Chantry might yet forgive us.
Oh, I bet Viviana is inside or whatever. Vivienne, whatever her name is. Anything to say? No, I'm good about.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Well, let's look at it this way. So, I went to whatever place I went, right? The Templars took over or whatever. He was nasty to me. Then when I left, there was a mage there, and she was very nice, and that we could help. So, I think we should meet the mages. The mages aren't dicks, so...
I could at least find out what the mages want.
Sorry, Cassandra.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Grey Wardens? I'm not familiar with them.
They're an ancient order that has existed to fight Darkspawn invasions since the First Blights thousands of years ago. They have faded since those glory days, but haven't disappeared entirely. Ordinarily, their order is neutral in political affairs, but they appear in strange places.
Yeah, it does sound suspicious.
That does sound odd. I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Okay, I need to find Vivian, right? Oh, there you are.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
The Circle had plenty
Yay!
of problems, but it's an institution we sorely need.
I wish more people understood the truth of this. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in
She looks like she
Themis.
could be a model.
If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
What?
I suppose we'll see.
What do you mean
I've
she's
stolen
disappeared?
enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Well, apparently she didn't like that, so. Whoops. 1 second. Okay, why is the sound so late?
Maker, though the darkness comes upon
Thank you for all that
I
you
shall
are doing.
embrace the light. I shall weather the storm. If you're not...
Greetings.
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Orlais. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
Whoa, I thought I...
I'd swear our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille always did love a party.
I don't recall seeing you at any of them.
I was less than sterling company when I was younger.
Modest in temper, bold in deed.
You know the Trevelyan family motto?
Heraldry is a passion of mine.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you, well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go now because it is 34 minutes. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Remember to always keep it real. And I will see you in the next episode for more Dragon Age Inquisition. Goodbye!